Howdy folks. Bella says hi. Hey there, Bella. Thought I'd shoot a quick update video, show you what I've been doing on the truck here. It's been sitting all winter, but now it's spring and it's warmer, so I got back to work on it. I took a little time off from the road, and as you can see, I got the basically the chassis put back together. So we got the brand new frame rails in there, the differentials and everything I sandblasted, painted. We got the new torque rods, torque arms, I don't know whatever you call it. All new airbags, new shocks, new bushings down here. So that's pretty much all new and ready to go. I need to put I'm gonna get new yokes for the differentials, so I have the newer style, that just have the clamps that clamp them on instead of these things. But otherwise the rear end's pretty much together. Of course, I don't have the fifth wheel plate on. I was going to show you what I did up here. If I'm lucky tomorrow, we're going to put the cab back on, but I'll show you what I did in preparation for that. Let's see how good you can see this. This is the factory design. It's supposed to have this bushing that slides in through here. Of course, there's another rubber mounted bushing on the cab that this goes through. It sits in here. So the idea is you shove this bushing through the other bushing, and then there's a bolt that goes through and holds everything from sliding. The problem with that is this piece here seems to rotate freely. This fits tighter in the bushing here, the bushing that it goes through. So now that we're adding the air ride suspension on, you can see I got the new cab support back there with the air ride. My concern is the cab is going to keep bouncing like this. So it's going to keep pivoting here slightly, like that. And I don't want it to pivot inside the cast holes and wear this whole oblong in the cast iron here, the cast iron bracket. Don't want that. I want it to rotate on here. Which, I suppose if I ground out the other bushing a little bit so it would fit looser on here, that would help. But even so, you can't grease this. There's no way to grease it. So my son came up with a rather good idea, I thought, that I'll show you what we're doing different. So instead of using that, we got a solid shaft machined down to fit in the hole. And I welded on this plate, and that's going to get held in place with this bolt through this hole. It'll be kind of the same thing over here, but slightly different. The idea is this plate is going to be bolted solid. It's going to stop this pin from rotating at all, so there won't be any movement in here. And we took this little shaft and had a hole bored down halfway down the middle here, and then another hole coming up. And then I ground a little flat spot here so you can grease it. The grease will come up through the hole and grease this bushing in here. So now this is going to be, it'll be forced to pivot here where it's supposed to, and it's going to be greasable. So hopefully that should prevent wear issues for a long time to come. And so I think that's a better design than what the factory had. Otherwise, it's basically what you see is what you get. It's just ready to start. You know, once I put the cab in, then we'll be ready to throw the engine, radiator, transmission, all that good stuff. Now that it's stretched a little bit, I imagine we're going to have to put a 2-piece drive shaft in. I had a 1-piece. So I got another cross member made. I'll have to go in here somewhere to be determined. Not sure exactly where it's going to go. It'll be depending on where we need to have the new carrier bearing for the second drive shaft. And I'll put that in at some point when we've got the drive shaft ready. But as of right now, the cab is there suspended from the crane, and the front is supported on jack stands. It's been sitting there all winter long waiting to get put back on the new chassis. And so yeah, so you can see I'm doing some work. I haven't been just lollygagging, and that's how far we are right now. So I guess tell me what you think. Is it coming along? Am I screwing her up? Am I doing okay? I don't know. I'm just kind of flying blind here. I'll give you a better shot of the air ride. It didn't have air ride before. This is from Link Manufacturing. They have a kit, and it bolts right in where the old support used to be. The old support used to just be a hoop, similar to that hoop over there, only upside down. And so the cab comes down and hooks into here just like the normal support did. Only now it's gonna, you know, have some give. Be a little more floaty, so that should be nice. So, yeah, that's about it. Just thought I'd give you a quick update. Show you that the project's not completely dead in the water. It is moving along slowly. So, I'll keep you posted. Till next time, bye-bye.